Yes, right, okay, let's rock. Wicked. Okay, cool. How is everyone doing? Ah, microphone. Ah, the music was so quiet now. It just suddenly. Ah. Okay, I apologise. I actually am terrible at trying to get the sound correct here. And there's not an easy way of working it out because anyway, doesn't matter. Right, okay. Oh man, I'm excited for today. So what are we going to do? We've got basically two more things we need to do to the Destiny map, right? And then we're going to have, once we've done that, we're then going to essentially get a few monsters set up. Now, I've done about 10 different, maybe even more than that, 10 different sprite sets for like 10 different monsters, but I kind of want to be able to make like, say, 40 different monsters. And we're going to work on actually turning it into a game. But there is one thing that's stopping us from like making this a game so far is we've introduced the concept of getting like currency in this game, coins, but so far it has no use. And what we're going to work on today is making a shop so like when we're this is just where we're up to at the moment. I'm just going to have a quick look, just trying to remind myself. Yeah, so one of these tiles can be a shop, right? And essentially, shops are, in many respects, the most beneficial thing because there's so many different things you can buy. But obviously, it's limited to how much gold you have. Now, I was sort of like toying around a little bit on Aseprite, and I kind of want a shop to look a little bit like this. So, like, this is like more of a kind of like a sketch of what I want. I'm not going to actually use any of these sprites, but the idea is I want to have it that there's going to be 4 cards that you can pick, and there's going to be like a price underneath each of these. I also want a little button that's called something like reroll that costs a certain amount. That you can use once that refreshes it. Yeah, it costs a certain amount of money and it refreshes the shop. And there's going to be 4 different things at the bottom. I've done 3 here, but yeah, it's going to be in total 4 that can be a multiple of different things. So this one here is like trash a card. You could get lucky/unlucky, and you could just get, say, 3 trash cards. Which can be really good, but I like that sort of proper, exciting random element where, like, kind of you'll be like, oh, these are just the things that I want. So there is an awful lot that we're trying to do today, and I think we just start getting our way through it, and I reckon it's going to be pretty cool. Right, so how do we start? Now, I think, so what we're doing with most, let's have a look. So when we're, say, adding a card, for example, we get this little, like, animation of these coming out here. Now, and I kind of do want to do the same thing for a shop, but, actually, maybe I could. Yeah, I'm not sure, because in my head I was thinking I just start straight off the bat, I just get one of these tiles. I think I will do that. So where we've got this background here, we'll still use this. So yeah, it's this one here. We're going to just create it and then just essentially, first of all, just try and map everything so that everything makes sense. And then worry about actually programming it in. So what have we actually got there? We've got card info center. So that's the actual image. So if we just go straight away, 2D sprite, square, card, info center, and I remember from last time it is 10 by 7. And let's just zero this up, make sure it's in the center of the screen. And what else do we need? So first of all, we'll call this shop. We'll just call it shop go. That's fine. And we've got quite a few things that we're looking to put onto this. So if I get rid of this now, because I think one thing which especially when I'm streaming, it kind of gives me the pressure, but good pressure, is to to just make a start with it. Sometimes I'd spend a while planning it out, whereas I've done quite a lot of planning in my head, but I just haven't actually implemented anything. So first of all, we're going to create a C# script, which we're going to call Destiny Shop Script. Maybe I should call this Destiny Shop Go as well. Let me just get rid of this. There we go. Yeah. I'm normally really fussy with what I name things. I think Destiny Shop Go sounds good. Okay, so we're going to add this script. And what we kind of want to do is have another script soon, another script which will just be individual Destiny shop script. I think it'll be useful for later. We might not need it at all, but it's more just as I'm sort of mapping out ideas in my head. It's best to do this. Right, so let's go into here, edit script. Now, I am going to save myself an awful lot of heartache and just make this a singleton. So we're going to have public. I cannot spell for public static Destiny shop script, which I always call it instance, and then void awake instance equals this. Okay, so we're going to also have let's go private transform, I will just call it base trans, and private sprite renderer base SR. So at the moment, this is this SR will essentially be in control of the sprite in the background. Just the background tile thing. So let's go get hold of these. Base trans, press the wrong button. Base trans equals get component transform, and base SR equals get component sprite renderer wicked. Okay, so we'll need this for later. So we're going to have a public void summon and public bool busy here. Yeah, this will just be useful in a little while. And then private enumerator. Yeah, like I say, I quite like this as a technique in that I have an idea as to what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to kind of go through it bit by bit and work out what I need to do like midway through. I think that makes a lot more sense. So private enumerator summon routine. So when we do summon, we're just going to go start coroutine open brackets summon routine. Again, doing lots of the easy bits before we actually crack on to the proper meaty difficult bits. Busy equals true. True. Busy equals false. And then we'll have yield return null. Okay, so now part of, actually I don't know if we should do this here, but I'm going to start putting green notes as to all the things that we want to happen. So number one, show current money in top right corner. summon 4 cards in the top half, which will get hold of the positions they should be in a little bit. Summon 4 other items that can be so it will be upgrade card, trash card, heal, and construct. Now, even though there's 4 other items, the thing which I really want to emphasise here is that it's not as though there's always exactly one upgrade, one of these, one of these, one of these. I want that sort of proper randomness that, you know, in theory, it could just be 4 constructs, or it could be 2 trash cards, 1 heal and an upgrade, or something like that. I don't know. It's like, this might be a terrible idea. It might make more sense to just have one of each of these. But actually, you know what? Maybe it does make more sense. Okay, all right. Sorry, changing the plan on the fly. We might just start off so it's one of each of these, and then and then kind of like when I'm a bit more confident, because I think like the reason that I want to have it a little bit spicier, where there can be different options, is I think part of what makes all of these card drafting games so good is having, as much as you want a little bit of predictability, having a genuine large scale of randomness. Summon a re-roll button. Okay. Right. So we've got to work out exactly where we want to summon. So we're going to have let me just try and work this out. I want a public game object, card, shop card go, public game object, shop item go. I think they're the only 2 that we need. So first of all, we're going to work on getting the cards up. So we're going to just pick. Oh, hey, Zufan, how's it rocking? Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, I've realised I'm doing. I'm trying to create a shop today. I've got an idea as to how I'm looking to make it, and like I think I'm going to kind of have to get a few things wrong before I get it right. But we'll kind of get there step by step. How are you doing there, man? So what we need to make sure that it kind of summons in, so it starts off at blank and then fades into opaque, so that this shouldn't take too long. So int chum equals mover.instance.fade sr to color base sr color.white over, say, 1.0 seconds, and then while mover.instance.s2f bool chum yield return null. So also I need to have base sr.color equals color.clear. Cool. And yeah, so I think this is good. This is a good start. So we can get rid of this now. So now we've got to work out a way. Oh yeah, of course. We do need to do this as well at some point. But I want to summon 4 cards because I want to kind of know the position of where everything's going to be. So that's all we need for the time being. Also, let's go close all but this so it clears up a lot of the space at the top. Right. Now, I need to work out where are we going. I had a plan in my head, prefabs, card stuff. Oh yes. So, like, I think yeah, I'm intrigued because I'm genuinely am a really big fan of Diablo 2. Like, as in, I played Diablo 2 back in the late 90s. Absolutely love that game. And then when the re-release came out, I played it enough hours that I could be like, yes, okay, I have got my fill. But I think, to my understanding, Diablo Immortal might be a little bit. No, I don't want to sound judgmental, but it might be a little bit pay to win. Just from what I can see so far, but I might be mistaken. I might be proven wrong, and it might be like sort of years later, there's going to be people with pitchforks at my house being like, you said Diablo Immortal was pay to win, and you're wrong. I might be wrong, but just from what I can tell, that might be the case. Right, so Destiny. Let's actually have a whole new folder. Create folder. We're going to have shop stuff just purely because there's going to be a few things that we're going to put in. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I mean, what I like about Diablo 2 is you have that sort of freedom of, like, the best way of getting the best loot, and you can be grinding for, like, 8 hours, but there's no limit to how much. You can just be like, whoever grinds the most gets the best gear, So here, we're going to put that in here. Got this here, that's good. Yeah, so here's card stuff. Let me just have a look into this. So one thing that I have done, and I can't remember exactly how I did it, it might be on here. Let me edit here. So yes, right, okay, I think I have got this. Let me just, because I think what I've done with this bit of code here, this card info script, this is something that, you can kind of attach to any card, and you can also kind of make this a parent, to other things, because all this does is just get information on the card, I believe. So I think we're going to start with this, and like I said, we're just going to kind of do just kind of work through it bit by bit. So I am going to actually, is this the one? Oh no, it's not that. Okay, card info go. Right, I'm just going to simply duplicate this. We're going to call it card shop go. And I kind of want to move this into this shop stuff, just so we got everything in a good place. Get that. Z. Oh yes, of course. At this precise moment, I might actually need to get something else. One sec. Individual library. Let me just have a look into here. That was it. That was it. This is what I'm after. The card mummer script. Okay, ignore everything that I've just said and done. That was all wrong. We want a copy of this individual library card script. Okay, yeah. So individual. Yeah, okay. So let's get rid of this. We don't need this. Because, yeah, I made the card mummer script. That can go into here. And we'll have... Actually, I can put it individual shop card go. That makes more sense. And I made a point. I don't know. You're probably looking. You're probably thinking, why have you made a script that does absolutely nothing and just has this? But it's so I've got the freedom to add more stuff if I want to. So I think, here we're going to have individual shop card script, and then do stuff with it. I haven't worked out what, but I'm sure it shouldn't be too difficult. And here, this is the good script. Go to definition. This is the one that we can actually start sorting all the stuff out. Brilliant. Okay, right. Yeah, it does look. Yeah. As I say, it's more one of those where it's like you kind of got to stick for a little while. It's like it eventually does make sense. There is a film which is called Mulholland Drive, where you watch it and it's incredibly baffling because it doesn't actually make any sense, and you're thinking, oh, okay, this is weird. This is like a bit of a mind, it's like it really plays with your mind. Like, what's going on? I can't wait to work out more. I can't wait to discover what's going to happen next. This looks brilliant. And then you find everything, you're thinking, okay, and then there's this big spin where you're thinking, okay, now everything's even more confusing. And then it ends and it doesn't make any sense. It's brilliant, right? I just worry that it's like this episode is going to be like a Mulholland Drive, but where things actually make sense at the end, hopefully. Right, so we want to have, okay, I still do have a plan. We kind of want another script like this, where we've got a card mama as a parent. But if we go scripts. Destiny. I probably should have individual shop scripts here as well for consistency. Control folder, shop scripts, and I will put my Destiny shop script in here. That might create some error messages. No, everything's fine. And individual Destiny shop script. It's fine. Right, we're getting there. And create C# script. Individual Destiny card script. Okay. My main purpose of all of this is to have this Destiny card script, and it's going to have a parent of card mama script and individual Destiny shop script. Why is that giving me grief? Oh, okay, doesn't matter. There's other ways around this. I didn't actually realise that. I just thought you could have multiple. You could be a. Anyway, that shouldn't really matter too much. I don't think. Let me just try and sort of visualise this in a way that. Oh, okay. No, that's fair enough. Okay, right. We'll cross that problem a bit later, so we can get rid of all this. We now know this is going to be all the stuff that we need for the shop. Okay, right. So, right over here. This is the individual shop card, so we can remove this component, and we want to add individual Destiny. Yep, we want to add that to it, and I think it is simply a matter of just giving it all the things that it needs. So, if we go on to into our Destiny shop script, let's go get hold of this. So, shop card go equals resources.load. Game object. Game object good. Let's go find the location of it. Yeah, it's gonna copy path. Okay. And now, so we just got to start. So that can go in there. I pressed the wrong thing like that. Individual shot card. Okay, that looks about right. That's about the sort of size that we want. We just got to do the maths as to exactly where we're going to fit it in. So if y is 2, that's a bit high. 1.5, that looks good. -3. And then, yeah. Control D. -1. So I think potentially if that's minus... I'm just trying to get the right sort of proportions here so that we know how to... 3.5 -1.25 and then once we've kind of got this in place, we can then work out. That looks okay, doesn't it? Just want to actually kind of get the correct amount in between each one. So -3.5. So what's 7 divided by 4? 7 divided by 4, 1.75. Yeah, okay. I think it's 1.75. I'm just trying to get the distance in between each one. It's not quite that, is it? 7 divided by 3. I'll work out the maths. It's easier to just to do the maths on the fly. Okay, so we created that. So 4 int int 4 instantiate shop card go new vector 3. So that'll be -3.5 f 1.5 f. That's all we need. Quaternion dot identity. It's fine. 3.57. Okay. Right. Calculator. 7 divided by 3. Okay, 2.3 recurring. So that should be plus. I don't like using times by I. Okay. Right, now let's just summon this just so we've got an idea as to what it looks like, and then we'll worry about actually turning these cards into real cards. Void start summon okay, and I'll tell you what makes quite a lot of sense actually is creating an empty scene to do this, because it's going to have to load everything each time. But let's just have a quick gander, see what this looks like. Let's hope everything else doesn't get in front of it, which it might do. Let's have a look. So we can get rid of all of these. Oh, that's pretty good distribution, isn't it? Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Okay, I like that. I know this is getting in the way, but that's kind of roughly how I want it to look. Now we need to create the 4 other game objects. We'll worry about... Yeah, at the moment, I'm just trying to put everything into the correct space. Okay. Let's have a look. So where are we up to now? Card stuff. Shop stuff. Okay. Now, 2D object, sprite, square. This will be individual shop item go. And we're going to give it I had a good idea. I think we want to just give it, say, this one for the time being. Yeah. And probably should make this just for visualization. I make that up to 5. And let's go, yeah, we want to essentially have 4 of these just on and try and work out the position that it would need to be in. Control D. Ah! No! I didn't mean to duplicate it there! I made a mistake. Right, let's get rid of that. That's fine. 3.5. 5. So we'll start X at -1 and go up by 1.5 each time. That looks good. So, oh yeah, sorry, what's the Y as well? -2.5. No, maybe just -2. Okay, I'm just trying to calculate the numbers here. So, right, this is good. I just got to remember all the numbers. So -1, X starts at -1, Y is -2, and we go up in X. Yeah, okay, right. Let's go. So, shop item go equals resources dot load game object, and let's go get hold of this. Oh, I didn't actually. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all good. 2D objects, sprite, square. This will be called individual shop item go. Let's go give it just a picture that puts the size correct. That one there is fine. So just make this 5 for the time being, and put this in here. Get rid of, actually, we want to go into this and just give it this individual Destiny shop script. That's fine. These names are actually a little bit confusing. Yeah, it should be fine. I just realised individual Destiny card script doesn't have the word shop in it at any point. I'm actually going to change this. It's a bit of a pain to do this, because, yeah, it's not quite as easy, because you do that and it will get an error message, but that's fine. Yeah, don't worry, error messages, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, there isn't. Yes, okay, that's okay. So when you're trying to change the names of scripts, it can be a little bit confusing. And here, I want to change this one to individual shop item script. Okay, so it's playing with me. Okay, now, right, I want to kind of go out here and hope we don't have any error messages. Looks like we're good. So this one here, oh yes, and it's actually changed that. Ah, now this is interesting. This is something that Destiny didn't used to do. So we've got individual shop item script. We've got this script. This is brilliant. This is what we want. Everything we're happy. It's great. Normally, if you were to change the script, it would just give you a really hard time here, whereas it looks like we have in 2022 we finally evolved, so hopefully everything just fixes itself and we're all good. Right, and we've given it that script, that's what we want, so let's get back out of here. Let's go copy path, let's go into our Destiny shop script, V. So yeah, we're going to essentially have our cards and our items. I was sneakily thinking we could actually have a similar parent script for both of these, but just as I'm kind of getting further into it, it's just a little bit more difficult. Okay, I meant to copy all of this as well because we just need to change some of the numbers. So instantiate shop item go. So minus 1.0f plus 1.5f, and this needs to be, I think we decided 2.0. So we can just have a little look, see what that's like. And actually, while we're here, what we should do is, so this is looking fine. We can actually get rid of this, which is good. And let's make life easier for ourselves. We can get rid of this and go scenes, test scene. Yep, we'll save that. That's fine. So to give you the heads up, I did, like I was explaining last stream that I had a particular project where I was like, I wonder if there was some sort of pattern that you could see in all the prime numbers, and the honest answer is after spending a good sort of like hour and a half hour like playing around with it, there is no pattern, and it makes this quite beautiful. Like it, if ever you needed a really good effect where you have like slightly sawn wood, right? It's like, this is the best way. That's all it's good for, though. A bit later I'll show that off. That's why so this is what this Primo Master thing does, essentially. We can just remove it, but I'll show you another time. And we don't really need that either. Okay, so we've got stuff that we need. So now we can just put our prefabs. Let's go put our Destiny shop here. And let's see if this is roughly what I want it to look like. I meant to do a minus. Let's just quickly change that. That needed to be minus there. And realistically, I should make it a child. They should all be children of this particular thing. But let's have a little look at it. Let's see what we're working with. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And I want another button there to be like the reroll button. Cool. Okay. And what we'll do eventually as well, we're going to put in a number, like a text file underneath all of these to tell you how much it costs. And master. because I feel like once I've just done the basic skeletal format of what I want the shop to do, we can start having it make sense, actually doing things. So I think it might be here. Let's edit here. Add coins. Add coin routine. So when you add coins, there's quite a cool little, I mean, it's a quite basic looking, but there's a nice little animation that comes up, shows the coins going up, and then it goes back down. I just want a way of essentially just summoning the coins, and then them remaining up there until the shop has gone. And so I think, let's have a look. What have we actually got here? Yeah, so we're just going to have show coins routine. Show coins. I'm making this look as though, oh yeah, it should be really simple. It is a little complex that what we're doing here, so we don't need to worry about any of these. We don't really need to worry about that. We just need to have a look at here. And let me be a little bit sneaky. I think we're okay with this. We're going to have a public bool showing coins, and then show coins. Might not even need the busy thing. I think we just need showing coins equals true. Oh, showing coins equals. Oh, I put coinings. How? That's not even close. Okay. Showing coins. Yes. Okay. All right. So that equals false. And then we're going to just alter this script. I haven't really worked out how we're going to do it, but I'm sure it's not too difficult. It might be really complex, but let's just go into here. Go to definition. Right. So Control C. So yeah, this is obviously at the moment this is only dealing with when you're adding coins, but we can use most of this just to have a function where it just stays up. It keeps that animation of the coin kind of going back and forth, and but it will keep it up until we want it to go away. Control V. So this will be summon. In fact, let's just go get rid of this, and we'll have yeah, this should still be fine. And this will be summon, but I still actually want to change this. Summon for show. So the only purpose of this at the moment is purely just to for show. Yeah, so this is purely here to show it, and then we'll give it some sort of thing, which means that we can tell it to unsummon when we're ready. So what are all the things that we need to do? Like, as I say, we're going to get rid of most of this, but we may as well use this as a basis. Right, so this is playing. We want to keep this. This is beautiful. Keep all of this. So we don't need any of that. We just need the text to equal game info script dot instance dot gold coins dot toString. Okay, this is the bit which we still want to keep. So it's making sure the position is there, and then it's moving like in a sort of fancy way. So I've got move to point overshoot. Now this is a little bit of code where when you're moving something from one place to another, instead of it just going boink boink, it kind of slightly overshoots it. So that's all good. I don't think we need any of this. So now we probably want another public void unsummon for show. Yeah, and private enumerator unsummon for show routine. Let's go. I think we can just have this Control X, Control V. That is going to be I in my head I'm thinking I'm probably making this more complicated than it needs to be, but I'm actually making it a lot easier than it needs to be, I think, and than it should be. I think I'm just, yeah, it's like, because I have done, you know, this is like using work from like 4 months ago or whatever it was, so that's good. Right. And what I kind of want to have is while busy yield return null. Okay, so summon for show, showing coins equals that, instantiate all of that. We want to summon for show. Yeah. Showing coins. And then here we just want to have gold UI script dot unsummon for show. I think that's all we need to do. So all we're like, what we need now is just have one more function, which is public void stop showing coins, and that's simply just going to be showing coins equals false. And then I think we're almost there now. Let's go have a little test. We can actually have the test in our somewhere in our Destiny shop script. Okay. Void update if right. Okay. Input dot get key down key code dot, let's say J. We're going to have game info script dot instance dot is it show coins, and then we'll have L. This is why it's useful to do this on a separate scene as well, because I don't know, like I've probably got this key codes linked to so many other things, whereas having it on a separate scene means that it's unlikely these buttons will do something else. Stop showing coins. I just want to see that it works. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let's see if this works. So that shows the number of coins by pressing J, and then L gets rid of it. Okay. Now if I press J and L very quickly, yes, then it will still have to do the animation, but that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. It's not ideal. I mean, I could probably put a few more pixels. I could have a slightly higher resolution for that coin there, but that's fine. Okay. So now that we've done all of that, we've shown that it works, so we don't need to... Destiny Shop script. This all works. Let's go. Let's not try and... let me do something like that, just in case we want Jay to do something, to test something later. We got it all prepared for us. Okay, so we instantiate the shop. I think we can probably just simply go gameinfoscript.instance.show coins. All right, and instantiate all of that. Now we also want the exit button. So let's go. Yeah, and the purpose of the exit button is to close the shop down and then leave. I know that's kind of obvious, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going to have public game objects, and like I say, at the moment I'm just making the main. The main sort of structure. These are the foundations, you know. I feel, it is very much like speaking to an archaeologist, being like, this is how good I want the building to look right now. Now, stand here for the next 30 days while you stare and just see the builders just doing foundations, and you won't be able to see anything. That's what I'm doing right now. We'll call it leave shop button go. Oh, right. Cool. So, another thing, at the moment I don't actually have a button that says leave. I've got one that says skip, and we're going to keep that for the time being. Whereas it really should be saying leave, but I haven't actually made a button for that. So, let's make our start. We want to create a 2D object, sprite, square, and we're going to call it leave shop button go. And now I can't remember where it is, but actually let's go back into scripts. I'm actually really glad I've made a separate folders for shops and all of this, because I knew there's quite a lot of little scripts that we need to make. So create C# script, leave shop button script. Now I'm going to do something a little bit clever. It's using stuff that I had before. So when we actually go into this script here, I can't remember what it's called, but I know that I've got a... let me have a look. Could be on... buttons, no. Oh, actually, is it just button script? I think it is. Is this the one that I've made? Let me just have a quick... This looks almost too convenient. How many times are we using this? And all references. It's not this one. I've got to remember where it is. I mean, that one actually looks even more perfect, to be honest. But Destiny. I've just got to remember, like, because I had to have a script that's just got some basic information that it needs in the background. Right, is it UI? Okay, I can't remember where it is, so we'll just have to create one of those buttons and then work out where it is from there. So this is all fine, everything's good. Let's just quickly change scenes back onto Destiny map. Yeah, so I've done all of this for no other reason. The reason I'm giving this a quick test is purely because I've got a name of a script that is really useful. So on here, Victory, edit script here. Oh, it's not this one. Am I going crazy? It's not there. Right. So yeah, the point which I'm making is I know that I have got a like a really good parent script somewhere. I don't think it's attached there. It might be here. Yes! Ah, yes! Okay, fantastic. That's what it's called. Destiny generic button script. This is the key. This is what I'm after. Okay, we found it. All right. That was an ugly way of finding that. But let's go look into this thing. Yes. Okay. This is golden. This is amazing. This is what I want. Okay. Right. So let's go get rid of. In fact, let's keep that just for the time being. Because we can kind of copy this. That's probably really useful. I think the problem is I didn't know what the name of the script was. So I was like, I know I've got a script that does something somewhere, and I was trying to find a way to do it. But I think this is. I'm actually going to just be a bit. We're just going to copy this and then just take out all the bits that we want. Because incidentally, I think it's the correct sprites as well that we want. So let's go Control V, and here we go Control C, Control V. Yeah, and that's obviously going to do. In fact, we can. And here it's just going to be unsummon shop and destroy itself. Yeah, so it's like that's what's quite nice. It was worth the effort of me going through that. Oh yeah, actually that sounds really cool. What's called Rider Flow? I'll have a look at that, because I think as you can probably see as well, it's not just me, but it's just there are some things which probably take me longer. That it's like kind of the fact that I had to change the scenes. I had to come up with some really like creative way to try and work out where this script was. Yeah, if there's an easier way of doing that, I'll look into that. Right. So yeah, we can get rid of that now. I think that's fine. Let's go. Right. So now that we've got this here, we're going to have Destiny Shop script. Let's go. Equals resources.load. So we just want to get access to our leave button. Oh yeah. Let's go back into our original scene. Test scene. Oh, I haven't even... Prefabs. In our shop, we're just going to add this. He's going to be one of the boys. It's going to add to the shop stuff. That's fine. Let's go get rid of that. Oh, I should have actually... No, before we do that, where do we want it? I kind of want it roughly there-ish. So let's go make some of these numbers a little bit. So 6 and -2. That sounds good. And let's give it the proper... this is a terrible way of navigating. I just need to find the button. That looks good. That's fine. Skip, yeah. Obviously, I want to change it to saying the word leave instead of skip, but that's a problem for another time. I meant to do it from there. Right. Right, okay, here we go. Right. And before I forget, I may as well add a 2D box collider, because we've got to add colliders to a few things. But that looks good. So 6 -2 sounds good to me. And we probably better give it that script that we spent ages trying to find. Okay. Okay. Right, now we can get rid of that. Oh, no, didn't need to do that. We can get rid of it from here. And then let's go back into this Destiny 1 and create the... oh yeah, I didn't do the whole thing, the whole purpose. Why did I do... Okay, right, copy this path. Right, now we've got hold... Nope, wrong one. Let's copy this path. Now we've got the thing, so we can now put it in there. I know it does seem quite a lot that we're... Oh yeah, of course, we also wanted to summon a leave button. Right, so instantiate. At the moment, like, I'm just saying instantiate. We do need to get hold of all these things so that we can then destroy them afterwards, but I'm just essentially building the structure first. Instantiate leave button, go. Leave. Move vector 3. Was it 6.0f minus 2.0f and quaternion.identity. Every time I write quaternion.identity, I'm like, yes, I know what that means. I mean, right, okay, so control S, that's good. So let's just have a look at what this does so far. Save that as well. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. Right, where do we need to go next? I kind of want to have a re-roll button. You know what? I think, even though I don't normally do much art stuff, I think we're going to we're just going to quickly, it shouldn't take too long, but we're going to quickly create 2 more buttons, which are going to be leave shop and re-roll. I think I'd rather do that. I may as well do that now, and it will just make things look a little better. And also, I think this is how we're going to work it, right? So it's going to create all of these items, and re-rolling is going to cost, let's just say, 25 gold, but you can only re-roll once each shop. So, you know, I think that's just an interesting mechanic, which I don't think as many games have done. I mean, like where it's like, you know, you might not want to re-roll at all because it's a waste of gold, but if you really do want to get something good from the shop and it's rubbish, you've got the option, but you can only do it once. Might be a terrible idea, but I quite like that. Yeah, so we've got the skip there, and that's actually still reacting, still like able to react. Let's go create another one called reroll, and this one's going to be leave shop. Okay, right. How do we do that? So, oh yeah, this is my. I can get rid of that for the time being. Don't need that. File, open, buttons, Destiny buttons. Here we go. Right. So, I'm going to go N. So, if I go like that, and I quite like it. Maybe I don't know if I should do it angled. If it should just be re and roll. Let's have a look. So, re. Oh, actually, Z T. Yeah, I quite like this. Re and roll. Yeah, I think that's okay. Now, how many layers thick did I have it? I think it was like 3. So I'm going to press here, and then if you do Shift O, it outlines it. Do I want to outline it again? Yeah, I think so. Shift O to outline it again. I'm just checking I'm not outlining everything else. Yeah, that's fine. And then now there's better ways of doing this, but to give it that sort of slightly extended effect, I'm highlighting just this top layer and pressing Control C and V and just moving it up a little bit like that, and then we can just have it a little bit more central. Okay, put N, and now I've made it slightly easier on myself. I just need to go down one there and down one there, so that looks okay. We're going to do exactly the same again, but for leave shop. I think I might just have the word leave angled. I was thinking instead of it saying re-roll, I should do some arrows, but I think I prefer this. Right, and actually, while we're here, right, colours. I am actually colourblind, right? Which means I can tell the difference between most colours, but the disadvantage is it means I have absolutely no idea as far as what looks good and stuff, because I only know things that look good to me because of my slightly distorted colour palette knowledge. But so I've got to think maybe I should have re-roll as green and then leave as blue. Yeah, I think that's fine. Anyway, let's go. So I've got to think what colours should we have as the leave and the re-roll button, but we'll come to that shortly. So T, we'll have leave. Is that going to be too big? Do I need to make it a bit smaller? Yeah, I do. Let's go make that, say, size 30. Then it just fits in perfectly. Okay, no, forget that. Let's try 35. That's perfect. Okay. It doesn't actually need to angle to fit in. Okay. Right. Let's have this as G. Okay. Now let's just outline it. Shift O. Shift O. And then we're going to do that sort of distorted way. Yeah, I was going to do this off stream. That's normally what I do, but I think yeah, let's go one more. So we've got leave, re-roll. Yeah. Okay, so we've created those new buttons. I think that looks alright. Yeah. And I think we can just simply save it as PNG and everything should be just dandy. Cool. So we've got hold of that. I think we can get rid of that now for the time being. I just got to remember where I put all of these sprites. Is it buttons? Yeah, so we can just add them on. So I just need to change their. So these are 128. 128 is the key number. So 128. Point filter, compression none, and apply. Okay. Now we know that the leave is 9 and 10, so we can actually change that now. Where we've got the leave, this will be 9, and this will be 10. That's all good. Let's just see if that works. Check that we've got that. Like I say, I normally like to do all the art stuff outside of the stream, but I think it makes sense just to do it very quickly now. It still says skip. Oh, because we haven't actually we haven't told it to set the thing up, but that's fine. Oh, that's interesting actually. So, and I think that's kind of a good thing, to be honest. So when we go into here. Oh, we need to tell it to set sprites, which is completely fine. That's no problem. Right, so before we do that, we're going to create another reroll button. And yeah. Let's go create C# script. Reroll shop button script. Yeah, that's a good point actually, right? Do you have that same problem where when you create a new script, it decides to bring up your Microsoft Visual Studio, right, without opening the script, right? I mean, ideally, don't bring it up at all. But if you are going to bring it up, at least open the script that I've just created. But it's like, you've created a new script? Brilliant. Let's bring you onto a screen where it's going to be completely useless. I mean, like, I'm sure there's ways of dealing with it. But right, we can, again, do copy almost everything. So, Destiny generic. In fact, let's go super sneaky. Control C, Control V, and I think this is going to be 7 and 8. That's fine. And now again, coming up with every possible way where I can actually save time. Prefabs. Let's get rid of that. Shop stuff. We're going to just duplicate that. This is going to be re-roll shop button. Let's go into here. Oh, now that's interesting. Huh. I wonder how I got away with this the whole time. So, yeah, sorry, one thing I can actually do here. So, set sprites. Oh, yeah, so upon awake it does set the sprites, but at no point have I actually just said... button sr dot sprite equals up sprite. Yeah, we can just do that. That will stop me having, that'll make life a lot easier. Right, that's good. Okay. So we've got this here. I suppose I haven't ever needed to do it because, yeah, but like at the moment, like just to kind of mainly prove a point to myself, I'm going to remove this component and have add this bad boy on. It's saying skip there, but as soon as it summons, it should just change it. And so just to prove a point to myself, I want to leave that on skip so we know that it has actually acknowledged that it's changed. Right, brilliant. Okay, so while we're doing that, I think I actually need to have a look at where it makes sense after creating all of this. So let me move this over here. You're going to be a pain about it. Okay, right, let's go put this as 200. Let's just get it miles ahead. Right, where's a good place to put it? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's go make sure all these numbers are roughly lined up. So maybe it's 3.5. I think that looks pretty good. A good place to put it. So minus 3.5, minus 2. Got to do a couple more things before I can actually just put it in place, but that shouldn't be too hard. Right, we are going to have a public game object re-roll shop button go. We're going to do most of the same stuff there, but this is going to be re-roll, and I probably better just copy the path just to be on the safe side. So one thing that occurs to me is there are certain times where I could actually save a little bit of like time when I am there we go. I could save a bit of time when it comes to actually waiting for like certain loads to come, but I'm actually quite enjoying these loads because it gives me a little time to actually think, what's my next thing that I'm going to do. Okay, so we've created that there. Reroll shot button go, and is it minus 3.5? Right, cool. Let's see what this looks like. Yes, everything's fine, but I just haven't made the order in the layer. So let's just turn it to 5 for the time being. Okay, one more quick try. Yes, okay. So that's pressable, and these will eventually do something. Okay, right. So so we've made essentially the very basic skeletal structure of what we're looking to do. Right, I want to make it so that I think there's various different rarities in cards, and in fact, let me. What would be our first step? I think we need to make it so that the 4 cards that come up are randomized cards. Let's try and work out the best way to do that. Individual shot card go. So I think I've got to kind of have a look at if I go into here. So when we've got the I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's this is it, Destiny Text Box Go. It's so unassuming, yet this is a big. There's so much important code in here. So let's edit this script. The only reason we're going into here is I've got a way. Control MO. Let's close all of this. Add card routine. Right. I've got some important code here, which let's have a look. This is what we want. Okay. I think. Let's have a look. So yeah, this is basically the code that we use to get hold of all of our potential cards. I just got to remember exactly how it works. Potential card SOs. Oh yeah. Okay. So we'll get that. Like, I want to make sure as well that your starting cards, there's specifically the 4 different starting cards. They're ones that you can't get. You can't just get copies of. So yeah, we're just going to go one by one. Just sort of. In fact, let me go get rid of this here. Put this over on the side there. And then go into our Destiny Shop script, and kind of want to have this Control V, and we just need to have potential cards. Why am I torturing myself? I can just copy and paste. So potential card. Okay. So upon creation, we're going to have sort potential card SOs. Okay. And then we kind of want to set up each one of these individually. So we're going to have another list, which is public individual. Actually, should we make it as a list? I think it's better as an array. I think it is better as an array. So individual shop card script. Yeah, for the time being, I'll make it an array because I don't think it needs to be. Yeah, it doesn't need to be a list quite yet. Individual shop card. Oh, did I not? I meant to. Yes, okay, that needs to be an S there. Sorry, yeah. Okay. Underscore individual shop card scripts equals new, and we'll make 4 of them, and oh, I haven't made an array. I did in my head. I made it an array in my head. Right, that's fine. And then what we can do here, instead of having 4, I just like to kind of Control V dot length. Okay. Right. and then we want to have underscore individual shop card scripts I equals that dot get component. Okay, so we have now created them. We just need to work out a good sort of way of picking cards from our potential cards, and we've done that work already. We've done the legwork. I've got to basically use a bunch of this code to right. Yeah, let me just have a quick look. In fact, let's go bring this back on board this side so I can get a better look at it. So what are we doing there? So oh yeah, right. Oh, I see what I've done. So looks like we can use a lot of this. I don't think we need to create this really. So let's see. Yeah. I've got too many scripts open. Okay, here we go. So over here we're creating the oh yes, but all we actually really need to do is have underscore individual card scripts dot go to definition. Yeah, we just need to do these two on it. That should be no problem. So set order in layer and set up according to card class. That should be no problem. Yeah, see, this is what's quite nice. I can set up a card now because I've done this. I did this card mama script that we can utilise for loads of different things, and that's essentially what we need to do. So let's go back onto here. So I'm going to just have card SO card SO equals that dot where was I? We kind of want him. This is one of the right set. Huh. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting slightly losing myself. Oh yes, that's the problem. Yes, okay. I dot set order in layer. I'm going to take a random guess, just a sort of bit of a punt, and say 25 underscore scripts I dot set up according to card class, and here we're just going to put in our card SO. So I think that's all we need to do. So I think this should create 4 different cards. And card rarity. Okay, so this is just, I've put this little bit in here just to filter out all the starter cards. Now, I do want to have a, and I think what we're going to do, we're going to come up with a simple-ish system that the rare cards cost more, but at some point I want the idea of you being able to get, like, not just card level ones, but you can actually get, like, card level 2s and 3s within the shop, but they're going to cost more. I'm going to worry about that later. Let me just check one thing. But then I think we're almost ready to give this a trial, see where it goes. I want to just kind of keep an idea. Card type, rare. So starter, that's fine. Oh. So dynamic recruit, I think I'm going to change that to... I've got too many rarities as well, but let's just change that to common for the time being. Yeah, so this is lucky because I didn't check all the... let's go common. I want to just check. So guard recruit is meant to be a starter, that's fine. So I'm just cycling through all of these, just checking that that the only ones that are starter cards are. So planning ahead, that should be. I think let's have that as common as well. Wow, how many I think it's because it defaults to starter, and let's have that as rare. Okay. Let's have window of opportunity as rare. Can't remember what all these cards do now, it's been a little while. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go give this a little play, see if it does create 4 different cards. Yeah, okay, nice. Okay, right, I'm liking this all so far. At the moment, you can't click on them or do anything. But what we're going to do soon, I think I kind of want to just... you know what? Why don't we, for the time being, come back to... This is going to take us a little while to sort out. I'll deal with these in a bit. But what we can do for the time being is give these cards like a value. So I think maybe... trying to work out what would make that. I think, say, maybe commons are 25. And we won't have uncommon. I actually kind of want to get rid of the concept of uncommon straight away. So I think it's just me common, rare, and champion, and starter as well. But yeah, I think that'd be good. So commons are going to be 25, rares are going to be 50, and champions are going to be 100. So let's just work on just getting those numbers on. So now it's going to come to light as to why I have made why I've got an empty class here, because we can now we're essentially going to have public void set cost, and we're going to have a private oh yes, right. Let me try and work out, because what I also want to do is, actually I'll try and explain as I go. We're going to have a private sprite renderer. Sorry, I'm just trying to think this out in my head, because we want to have a little coin and the cost afterwards. No, let me create it first. So set cost, which, we'll come back to this, don't worry. We'll come back to this. So, let's go start closing a few things. Get rid of that. Get rid of this for the time being. Shop stuff. Individual shop card. Right. So what we need to do is create a 3D object, 3D text. I'm just going to have this as, say, 50. Set this over to Gilbit font. Yeah, we just got the reason I'm being a little bit delicate about this is it's going to be quite hard to work out how to actually get access to this, but I think it should be fine. Yeah. Actually, as I sort of say this. Okay, so what we're going to... Yeah, because I'm actually thinking I just have a separate little game object that just has a coin and the text to say how much it costs. That way we can attach it to multiple things. Yeah, done. Okay, right. Changing my idea on the fly. Okay, everything's fine. Okay. So, plus 2D, actually, empty game object. And we want to have coin cost game object, and we're going to have 2D sprite square. Let me just have this as 0 and 0. And this will just be is it gold? I think it is that. Sorry, really it would be very handy if we could actually see what it is. Yeah. So we've got that there, and 3D object, 3D text. And that one we're going to have as 50. Middle. Actually, no, we want it left center, I think. So we can have that. And that's obviously way too big. Character size 0.25. Looks a lot better. Because I also want to make sure that as we add numbers, that's lower center. I think middle left. Okay. I just want to make sure as we add numbers to it, it kind of moves to the right. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So that way that coin, regardless of however much that is, you will always be able to see the coin. Okay. Coin SR. If that was 0.1, that's good. 0.5, 1. I think that's good. Okay. That's coin cost text. Okay. And we're going to have a yeah, I know I said this earlier, but it's so useful having a separate folder where I can have all these shop scripts, because I've realised it's as I'm sort of going through it. This is kind of what I'm so glad last episode as well I didn't think let's see if I can quickly create a shop, because there's just so many little things that we need to do. So this is going to be a really properly simple script. Create C# script, shop coin cost script. Let's go. shop coin cost script. Let's add this over here. Edit script. So we're going to have a private sprite renderer. Do we even need the sprite render? We don't, do we? So we're just going to have private. Yes, we do need the sprite render. Sorry. Okay. Private. We need it just to set the ordering layer. Sprite renderer. Coin SR. Private text mesh. Coin TM. So we're making sure that we've got access to all the things on this little coin cost thing. Coin MR. And then upon awake, we're just going to get hold of it. So coin SR should be, I think all of these are just equals get component in children. Sprite renderer. And then TM in I'm really not making this easy on myself. Okay, mesh renderer. Okay, now public void set values. I'm going to say set values, so I'm going to say int cost and another int, which is going to be layer order. And now we can have coin SR dot sorting order equals layer order. Coin TM dot text equals cost dot to string. So yeah, this is like a little script that we're making so that we can attach this to all of the other things that are going to cost money. Yeah, and then coin MR dot sorting order equals layer order. I think that's probably all we need to do. So we've done that. There was one thing that I wanted to do. Oh yeah, it's only a little thing. But what we can do as well is, once this is all loaded... Oh no, I've got to... Oh yeah. Kind of want to set this layer, so let's just... Top. Layer name. Front. Okay. Right, fantastic. So now we've got this. We've got the tools to do it, and how are we going to attach it? So, individual shop card script. Set cost. We're going to have we only actually ever need to do it once, so I don't feel too much guilt in saying shop coin cost script equals instantiate and just getting the resources on the fly. And I do want this as well to be a parent. I mean, I want this to be a child, so we're going to instantiate it. So resources.load game object, comma. Now, let me just Yeah, so the card trans, that's our proper basic transform thing that we're attaching it to. So I need to get rid of some of these things. Just going to clear off a few things just so I can kind of get it. That is one thing that MonoDevelop did have. So MonoDevelop was, I used that before Visual Studios, and it was just a little bit easier to cycle through all these, because now I've got to kind of like squint a little bit. It's just, I just found it a little bit, it's not that one, it's not this one, we don't need that. This thing, okay. So this will be card trans dot get component shopcoin cost dot script and so now we've got hold of that, we're just going to have shopcoin cost script dot oh yeah, we probably need to get hold of the transform. In fact, no, that's fine. Dot get component transform dot local position equals new vector 3 I'm going to say 0.0f. This is going to be, I tell you what, let's just see how close this is. I reckon this is going to be perfect. I'm going to look like a genius. I think, yeah, so we've got to make sure that when we create this, it's not going to be right on top of the card, it just wants to be underneath. So I'm going to say -2 is going to be the right distance from it. It's probably not, but that's fine. Okay, now what we want to do is have int switch card so dot card rarity case int cost equals, I'm just going to say 25, card rarity dot common cost equals 25 break. So now we can do rare and champion. So that'll be 50 and that'll be 100. And now we just need to have shopcoin script dot set values. The cost will be cost, and the layer is going to be something a little bit more complicated. Let's have card sr dot card sr dot sorting order +1. I think that's sort of safe enough. Okay. Let me just sort of stare at this. Oh yeah, we need to do that. That's going to give us problems. Let's go find where we put this. And I haven't actually. So coin cost go. This bad boy is going to go in here. And now we have got the shop coin. We've got that. We just need to now copy this path. Put this over here. Right. Okay. Right, we're getting there. Oh, the percentage guy. How's it going, man? We're doing. We're creating a shop at the moment, and I'm just about to put the cost onto each one. Oh yeah, so that's actually, this is the big heavy discussion. So like I was thinking, like this is more of a discussion. It's not that I'm like a little while ago I played a game called Death's Door, right? Which is a fantastic little game. I would say if you ever enjoy playing the original like SNES Zelda, or that sort. It's kind of like a Zelda sort of themed game, right? And overall, the music's pretty good. But there's oh yeah, actually Undertale. Oh yeah, okay. So when I'm actually on my Walkman, when I'm ever going anywhere, I've got both the I think it's the Megalomania track and yeah, there's two like really awesome Undertale. Like yeah, Undertale is definitely up there as far as actual like entire games. But like if ever I would sort of recommend, I think it's Death's Door there's if ever you find the Avarice track, literally right. As much as Death's Door, it got like Game of the Year. It's fantastic. I mean, it's on my iPhone, admittedly, but I still consider it a Walkman. Oh man, so Death's Door, again, it got really high ratings, fantastic game. What is the best bit about it? It's specifically when you're in the Avarice fight, the music in the background. It's one of those where you'll hear it, you'll be like, this is the best track I've ever heard. I was kind of like, as the fight is going on, it kind of like, it just gets better, and I was just like, But yeah, I think Undertale is definitely up there as far as best sort of soundtracks. It's also like, so the big contenders for me are Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X. I think they had a particular composer that did those specific Final Fantasy games that were just whoa, just absolutely, just like all of the music is, because you want a sort of tune that you can kind of, that gets in your head, that you're just like and I think Final Fantasy VII was just has the best music ever. Like, obviously that's an opinion. So Deltarune. Now, this is is it a spiritual successor to Undertale, or is it just simply Undertale 2? Right. So we've got this. We've copied all the stuff. We've made sure we've got the script attached to it. Right. Okay. Let's give this a shot. I've missed the mark entirely. Oh, no, we just haven't given it anything yet. Sorry. We haven't actually called it to set the cost yet, which we can do in here. So, and then we just have underscore individual shop card scripts i.setCost. Right. Yeah. Because I have been intrigued with because I did actually play a little bit of Undertale. It looks good, but to me, because I've got this kind of like slight completionist, like this OCD mind, I was always frustrated at when I did something and I was thinking, oh no, I've changed it. It's like whenever I'm playing a game, it's like I want to do everything as I go. Whereas it's like I know Undertale is almost designed to be played multiple times, so you can do a different thing each time. Whereas I was just like, no, I want to do everything in one go. Okay, that's close. That's not bad. Let's go try and work out exactly where we want it. Just have a look at this. Something like that looks slightly better. So if I said minus 0.2 and 1.7... I think that's better, isn't it? Yeah, so minus 0.2 and minus 1.75. Just got to remember those numbers. But yeah, like it's just also now. I mean, even though there's a game which this is kind of again showing my age slightly. So when I was younger, I played a game called Xenon 2, which was I want to say a bit like R-Type, except for you have a ship that's at the bottom and you're shooting upwards. It's like a proper sort of get a big ship, get lots of guns and shoot things sort of game. Absolutely fantastic game. And as far as imagine however good the music could potentially be on an Amiga 500, right? It was as good as it possibly could be, yeah. Right. Oh yeah, we need to go into here. So that was minus 0.2 and minus 1.75. It was a good guess though. So right, so we've got the cost there. Now, so let's just have a quick check that that's all in place. Yeah, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? So one thing that I'm intrigued with, I've got different colours and I can't remember what the colour of the actual card represents. I actually thought that was to do with rarity. Oh, I think it is actually. I think it is. Except, yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, that is frustrating, actually, isn't it? Like, but it's annoying when it's something that was so obvious the whole time. But like, so have you actually got it sorted now, though? And by the way, well done, congratulations though, because I know that frustration of like, how do I do this? This should be so simple. There should be something really obvious that does this. Right. So let's just have a quick look. Right, so what we'll do, we're going to worry about these things later. For the time being, I want to make it so that when you click on one of these, it adds to your deck at the cost of money. So that should be okay. Yeah. So we've also kind of got to work out a way of it rotating into nothing. Okay, so using Unity Engine event systems. iPointer. I think we just need click handler. What I kind of want to do actually while we're here. Shotcoin script. You're having an issue where interlessence wasn't working when using conditional compilation. Turns out. Oh, I see. So it actually helped you with your actual code. Oh, sorry, I thought it was actually just. Oh, you actually went onto Discord to find it. I thought it was a problem that you had on Discord, but it was. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh. Hold on. Let me. Actually, private. I want to make sure that we've actually got access to this, so let's go. Okay, I've only done this so that when we are clicking on it and doing stuff, it can sort of get rid of it. Okay. That does have boo. Yeah, okay. So, private void on to click. That needs to be public, doesn't it? But overall, like how is your project going at the moment? Right, so we're just going to test that when you click it, something happens. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. And this is actually I think actually KO2 fan asked me a question a little while ago that actually kind of got me stumped for quite a while, right? He just said like, how much longer do you think this project's going to take? And I think when it comes to like anything coding related, it's so hard. But I was thinking like, I think yeah. So how far into it do you think you are, and how long do you reckon it will take till it's like completed? It's like one of those where you're thinking, I don't know, it's going to be any time between 2 weeks and 4 years. It's like I can definitely narrow it down to that that time frame. Yeah. It's one thing that I do quite a lot whenever anyone asks me any question that I'm not sure. I use the expression uh-huh, as if I've acknowledged it but have no idea what the answer is. It's like, so you're going to get this in by Friday? Yep. Yep. Right, so we've got that. So public void purchase card if game info script dot instance dot gold coins is greater or equal to underscore. Oh yeah, we haven't actually got it. We probably should just have an integer somewhere which holds the cost. So let's go private int coin cost. And there we can just have coin cost equals there, and this one, it's just, yes, yeah, I know. I think that is, so like one thing which I don't really, I don't do very well, but apparently it's really a good idea, is actually kind of like mapping, like, by the way, this is advice that I've been told and I've never really paid attention to, but it's one thing which I've always been told is it's a good idea to have some sort of like map, some sort of plan of thinking like, how long will it be until I'm at this point, how long will it take? I'd never have that discipline to be able to do it. I'm just like, well, it'll be done when it's done. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Greater or equal to coin cost, then oh yeah, and not busy. Okay, so I think, how do I want this to work? I kind of want, yes, okay, sorry, I'm just thinking this, private I enumerator, purchase card routine. So, we're going to have busy equals true, busy equals false, start coroutine, purchase card routine. But yeah, I'm way on board with this. I've got the same mentality as you of just like, well, I have no idea how long it's going to take. I think the only thing, I suppose it's because we're working on different projects, it's quite hard to translate this particular information. But with whatever the project is that you're looking to do, you have got to be a bit hard on yourself, that you've got to like sort of create walls, as in like I want to do this and this and this and this, but then you have too many things that you're looking to do, where I just find it easier to just be like, you know, because I've had other ideas of what I want to put in this game, but then I've thought it's not necessary, and and I've just thought, no, I'm actually going to do a hard stop here and not try and do everything. It's like you got to kind of make realistic sort of goals. Anyway, right, I want it to be right. I kind of want when you press it, it then sort of bounces a little bit and then shrinks and then goes into the thing in the bottom left corner. Yeah, okay. So how are we going to do that? So int chum equals mover.instance.boink to size base trans we actually want it to be vector 3.0 and it will take maybe 1 second. That might feel a bit slow. Size amplification 1.5f, and that's not that doesn't matter too much. Yeah, this is just my little thing where it can just base. Right, why is that giving me? Oh, because it's carve trans, isn't it? We also want it to mover.instance. Move to point, and we're going to bounce the Y because I want it to sort of go boink, you know, not just directly down. So move to point, carve trans. Now this is going to be this is just going to be a sort of placeholder vector until we're actually in the main thing. Vector 3. I think it'll be about -6.0f, comma -2.0f. That's a placeholder one. We'll get that changed. The time to take is going to also be 1.0f seconds, and the bounce height. Let's have 2.0f. That might be way too high, but let's have a little experiment. Okay. So it moves to that point. So we're now just going to wait till it has done both of those actions. Yeah, I don't know where I'd be in life if I didn't have coroutines. I use coroutines for just absolutely everything. It's brilliant. So I want that. I do want it to eventually destroy. Game object. But also, right at the beginning as well, I want to have this. We want to just destroy this as well. Destroy. Yeah, so we're going to destroy that coin thing. It's then going to move into the place. We also want to take off the coin cost. So I think this. Let's see what's the best way, because I also want to make sure we update the little coin thing in the corner. Let's worry about that later. But we do want to have game info script dot instance dot gold coins. Let's actually have a look in here. Go to definition. Oh yes, okay. So yeah, this shouldn't take too long, but I'm going to finish my other thing. So yeah, it's just a matter of updating the coins on the little thing. But for the time being, the gold coins. minus equals coin cost. That moves over there, and then we also want to have our game info script dot instance dot add. Oh yeah, I just need. Hold on. How do we actually add a card? I can't remember. I'll find out. One sec. So somewhere, current deck, let's go find all references. Oh right, we do, I think we just add it. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I thought, in my head, I really should have a way of adding this card, but that's fine. Dot current deck dot add. Yeah, I don't like doing this in a different script, but okay. So I think that's pretty much all we need to do for the time being. We can give this a test. We need to give it a hitbox as well. I forgot about that. Let's go give the card a hitbox. Let's see if we've got any error messages as well, because I've done quite a few things. That doesn't matter. Individual. So add component. Box collider. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Is this actually enough? I think we've got everything that we need to do. Okay, so if I was to press this one here, oh, we don't have enough coins. We haven't actually given ourselves enough coins. That's very easy to fix. We simply just need to have somewhere on here. Gold coins. Let's just give ourselves, say, let's do 95. Okay. So we've got 95. I want to press this. It's still saying hey. Is that because I haven't? In fact, let's go. Oh yes, of course, yeah. Okay, so we know it works. I just need to go purchase card. Okay. Right. Sorry, I've been trying to skip multiple steps at once. Right, this time. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I also... probably shouldn't have been so... Yeah, okay. So I've added that as well. And let's just see if we have actually got it added to the... to our deck as well. Current deck. Yeah, so we've got hold formation. With these cards have now been added. That's good. And then I think... Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, but I can't click this because we don't have enough money. We just need a way of updating these coins when we actually buy something. So that, yeah, so like, which should be pretty easy, but I think I've just kind of gone down a slightly difficult route to be able to do that. We don't need that one. Let's go get rid of this. So where we've got the... Oh, I got rid of it. So we just need to edit this. So go to definition. So actually, all we really need is to have public void update current gold coins. How I'm going to get hold of this function is going to be a little bit of fun and games, but it shouldn't be too hard. Up in show. Yeah. Okay. So this one here is simply gold coins tm dot text. Let's have a look. Equals. In fact, we just need that, don't we? So, okay, that was the easy bit. Right, we got to work out how we can actually update the coins in our this one. Okay, so we at the moment we're creating this on the fly, but we probably need to have a we need to change this to yeah. This is a little bit, I don't know, actually this has probably caused me problems later, because what I want to do, whenever I'm making any scripts at all, I want to have all the variables right at the top, but at this precise moment it makes sense to just have like a specific segment here. This is all to do with showing coins, so we're going to have a private gold UI script, gold UI script there, and then Control C, V. So this should be red and squiggly. That's good. Okay. And then we just want to have a public void update coins on show, and that will just simply be oh, sorry, my phone's giving me some grief. Let me just quickly do this, and then right, this will just be underscore dot update current coins on show. Okay, so now we've got access to that. I actually want to just, before we do that, we want to just check that it does exist. So underscore if underscore that is not equal to null, then we can update it over here. Right, okay. Oh no, it didn't give me, it gave me, okay, right, anyway, we were sorted now. Okay, so now we've got that, we just simply need to go back into here, and once we've minused these coins, we're going to have, and maybe I should do this all in one function. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. So minus coins and update coins on show int coins to remove. So now we can have gold coins minus equals coins to remove, and then it just updates. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, right. So here we just want to have dot minus coins okay. This is quite a long-winded way, but this means hopefully once we've actually clicked on a thing, it will remove it will get rid of the remove the coins and the coins on display as well. Let me just have I just want to kind of have a quick look at it, just check that that is right. So gold coins minus that, Yeah, this should be fine. Right, let's give it another try. Okay. Right, so we've got 95 at the moment. Let's go get a Bomb Beam Nation. Yeah, minus is it, and then that's brilliant. Okay. I suppose in a way I kind of want it to spin around, but I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to lose too much sleep over that. So yeah, this is all good. Right. Okay. So yeah, as I say, the shop is starting to take a bit of shape now. Where do we go next? We want to basically. So the cards work pretty well. Obviously, this is looking plain. I kind of want to make it look a little bit better than this. But like I say, get the basic things, then worry about detail in a little bit. Right. So I think the leave button we should work on next. I was going to do the reroll. That's going to be a little bit complicated. Because the reroll, we want to have a cost as well. So let's go leave. It's still going to be a little bit difficult, but... Destiny shop script. Let's close all but this. This is... okay. So, for that to work, we need a public void unsummon shop. Individual card scripts. So what we also want is public individual shop item scripts. Yeah, because at the moment, when we're trying to unsummon, I've just created a few things that are just there that we've got no access to being able to destroy. Yeah. So show coins there. In fact, I think this should be at the top. Yeah, that fits nicely into there. Okay, so we now need to. We're creating all of these just purely so we know how to destroy them, and then we're going to do more stuff because at the moment in here there's literally nothing. We're going to get it to do stuff in a sec, but I'll add it to our friends. Right, let's go get rid of that. Right, here we go. Right. Here we go. Individual shop item scripts equals new 4. Void I equals dot length. So now that we've done it, we can actually now we can just get access to all these things, so that's fine. Underscore individual shop item scripts I equals instantiate that dot get component. Yeah. I'm doing all this just so we've got a way of destroying it afterwards. These are all the buttons. Yeah. How am I going to get hold of all of these? Let's just have public Yeah, I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but for the time being, we're just going to have it like this. And this will be the re-roll. Right, sweet, okay. Right, so we're, again, doing all of this purely just so that we've got something to hold on to. Yeah, sorry, I've been a little bit quiet. I'm normally a little bit chattier. It's just, yeah, this just needs to just requires a little bit of thought. Get component. Right, is that all the things that we need? I think that's everything. We've got the 2 buttons, we've got the 4 things at the bottom that we don't know what we're doing with them yet, and we've got the 4 cards. I think that's everything that we need to do. So let's. Right, I'm not entirely in love with the fact that we just destroy them. But I think I'm just gonna do it that way. So so 4 int I equals 0, I less than individual shop card scripts dot length I plus plus if individual shop card scripts I is not equal to null, then destroy okay. Oh yeah, of course. Right. I've got to get the habit of just pressing tab twice. In fact, it's so similar that I've just got to change a couple of words each time, but I've just got to make sure I do. That's, item. Item and okay, so that's destroyed all of those. Leave that script dot game object and then we want to fade it back to. We can use quite a lot of this actually. To that we need at the top. Oh, this needs to be unshot. Yeah, this is the routine. So private IE numerator unshop routine. Yeah. Public void unsummon shop. And then this one will be start coroutine. Okay, right. We're getting there. So yeah, I'm making sure, like, basically all of this is just to make sure that the leave button does something. That it actually, like, it gets rid of it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So that fades this one to clear. I also want to have GameInfoScript.instance.stop showing coins. Busy equals false and destroy game object. Okay, right. Is that everything we need? I think so. So all we need to do now is just go on to this bad boy, go to definition, and just have Destiny shop script. Let's just check that it does exist. So if Destiny shop script dot instance is not equal to null, it's always better to have that than not have it. Dot instance dot unsummon shop. Yeah, because my overall plan was just make a good sort of shop, like a shop sort of foundation, and it's like when it comes to actually making things look a little bit more glamorous, we'll get there, but not quite today. Let's have a look. So that's good. So we can actually test to see if that works now. Let's give it a try. Okay, my guess, I reckon I'm about 55% certain this is going to work. Okay, 55%, right. Okay. It kind of works. Yep, there's no evidence of it. I just don't know why it didn't fade. I think I know why it didn't fade. Actually, yeah, it seemed to fade because that it should be going over like a second. Let me just see how instant that was, because that should have taken a second. It should have faded slowly, and I'm not entirely sure as to why that is the case. Let's try again. Oh, I must be putting in... Oh, that's it. I just didn't need that. That was just my laziness playing in, so that should be slightly better. Let's give this another try. There's actually one last little bit of code. I'm going to put this bit of code in mainly, like, I don't know how necessary it is, but where we've got here, I just want to check that if Destiny shop script dot instance dot busy. Don't know why. Okay. Can I just ignore that? Oh, of course. That's all right. I wonder why. Anyway, I've got a bit of an error message. I'm not sure entirely as to why that is the case. I guess, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't really ignore this. Doesn't feel like it's closed. Right, let's just see. I'm just going to save this. I think to be on the safe side, I'm just going to close it down and open it up again. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. And when I've closed it down, I'm going to sort of load it up just while I'm making myself a cup of coffee. Hopefully. I don't think I've lost too much, even if we have. All the actual code has been saved, so I don't think we've lost too much. Right, I won't. So this is all fine. We can exit there. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it did say that it stopped working, whereas it clearly looked like it was still working. We can go into here. Right, I will be back in just a sec. Right, yo, we're back. Right, rock and roll. Got coffee in hand. Everything's looking good. Okay, so oh yeah, of course we were about to test. Oh yeah, we were about to test, and then we got an error message for some unknown reason that I still don't know. We've booted it up. Let's give this a shot. See if this works. So that's how the shop works, and then we leave. Gets rid of all that. That's fine. And then it will go back into the game. That's fine. Okay. So this has been it's been easy up until now. So we've got we now need to work on our individual shop item script. So first of all, we're going to have a there's quite a lot of things we need to do. So we need to make sure that when you click on it, it does something. So first of all, let's go get that sorted. So using Unity engine .event systems, and then we'll have I pointer click handler, and then private void on pointer click pd and I think that needs to be public. I always forget whether it needs to be public or yeah. Okay, public. Yeah. Okay, fine. And then we can always just do a little debug.log saying yo, just to check that when we do click it, something happens, which is good. Okay. Now we are going to have what's the easiest way of doing this? I actually think it needs to be a string. So we're going to have a private string. We can change this, but I think, yeah, string item type. We're going to have a private sprite renderer item sr. We're going to have public void set values string item type, and I'm going to put in a sprite which is going to be which is going to be item sprite, yeah. So we're now going to have item type equals type, and then item sr dot sprite equals items. Okay, I'm a little bit hesitant on here, so first of all, before I continue, actually, I'm just going to go void why is that not working? Okay, everything's fine, we're good. Item sr equals get component sprite renderer. Okay. Right. So now this is all we need for the time being. We can now start setting this up in the Destiny shop script. Okay. So, at the moment, this is basically where we're working on. And so I think we have a, let's go close all this up. We're going to have a new function, which is going to be public void set item randomizer. And as far as arguments go, we're going to have an individual shop item script. We'll just call it that. That's fine. So we're going to, once we've got hold of this, we're going to put it into this item randomizer, where we're going to have a switch of random.range somewhere between 0 and 4. Case 0. And what we also want to do is just before I forget, we're going to have public sprite, an array of sprites, which we're going to call item sprites. I think that's fine. I'll be able to get hold of those. In fact, let me just. We're going to come back to that. I just need to, upon awake, we just want to get hold of these item sprites. So let's do that now. Item sprites equals get equals resources dot load all of the sprites, and then we've got to work out where we're actually getting them from. So here's where it'll make a lot more sense to simply have another folder. I have sprites. So yeah, we'll actually have a folder here. Create folder shop sprites. Doesn't need to be here. Create another folder, items. That should be okay. Now we want to get hold of all the correct things. So I think it's tile tops. We want to have. Oh yeah, of course, my head's in the way, but I'm using this as just a reference. So I think we want this one here. Control. Actually. Oh. That's what I want. That one there. So we've got the ability, so gaining life, upgrading cards, and trashing cards. I think they're the only threes that we need at the moment. So we're just going to have, we're just going to rename them to Destiny item 00. Yeah. It'll just make it a little bit clearer when we're trying to get through it later. Right, okay. So we've got hold of that. And then we also want to get hold of... got to remember where I put it now. So is it buildings? Yeah, constructs. This one here as well. So copy path here. Public sprite construct sprites. So the four things that it can be is either adding a card. Trashing a card, upgrading a card, healing, or a random construct. Because I do like the idea that constructs are kind of like they're a bit more valuable than everything else, so they'll cost a bit more. So now we've got that, we actually also need to have construct sprites equals resources dot load all sprites and then we just need the route to get to the items as well. Did I seriously close it? Yes, I did. Okay. This one here. Copy this path. So case 4. So case 1, we're going to have individual shop item script dot set values. Another thing that we need to do as well. I'm going to just fit this in now. Int cost. And we'll have a little. It can probably even be private. I think private int item cost. And we're going to sort out, like, it should be, now that I've done all the hard work in the cards, it should be pretty easy to add the little coin cost game object to them all. So that'll be item cost equals item cost. Okay. Right, I think that's okay. So set values. So upgrading a card. I think so upgrade, heal, trash. Upgrade, heal, trash. Okay. Item sprites 0. Upgrade card 50. What's wrong with that? Oh, it's meant to be the other way around. That's fine. Okay. So that's upgrade. Yeah. So this should be pretty easy here. 1 and 2. Heal. It's like, because in my head I'm thinking that upgrading should cost more than healing, but trash card. That's 1, and that should be 2. Now that's the easy part. Case 3, we're going to have Okay, right. Forget that for the time being. We're just going to have this as 3 for the time being. And we also want the ability to add one of these game object things, which one of these coin cost things, which shouldn't be too hard. We've just got to get the numbers correct. Right, so for us to be able to do that, let's see, I can actually get there from here. So what we're going to do is where we've got this individual shop card script, go to definition, we've got here, we can use most of this. Not all of it, but we can use most of it. So we're just going to copy this. Let's go keep this thing on board just in case. Now let's go into individual here. So setting the cost. This will probably, I reckon that, let's go say 0.75. That's a bit of a guess. Let's go rename that to coin cost. And so yeah, like because we've done the heavy lifting here. Oh yeah, we'd probably better on the safe side get hold of it. I don't know if we need the transform, but I think we probably will, won't we? So let's go private transform item trans, and let's go get hold of this. Yeah, I'm just doing this so we got hold of, like, because it occurs to me that I've made this the coin cost thing. It was like a child of this particular object, and that's what we want to do again. Item trans. These numbers are going to be wrong, but that's fine. We can actually just get rid of all that. Oh yeah. So okay, this looks pretty good. And then just upon setting the values, we can also just do this set cost. Okay, so my plan is we're gonna get it's gonna be not gonna look great because we need to just do a bit of setting up. We don't need to actually worry about that for the time being. Right, so now in our Destiny thing around here, upon summoning, after having created these things here, we're just going to have set item randomizer and put this thing into it. And then hopefully it will set it up. The reason I'm not putting the constructs in quite yet is because I want to just see that we've got this far. So let's have a look. Okay. Right, is this going to work? Oh! Huh. Actually works a lot better than I thought it was going to do. That's brilliant. Okay, fantastic. I mean, it was almost sheer luck that happened to actually line up almost perfectly underneath that. Like, that's incredible. I am really happy with that. Okay, brilliant. Right, so let's just see if... at the moment, you can't click on it. That might just be because we haven't given it a hitbox. I guess we haven't. I thought we had, but that's okay. We can give it a hitbox now. So let's quickly do that now. So shop stuff, individual item. Yeah, I guess I didn't. I thought I'd given it a 2D hitbox. Box collider. kind of want it to just be big enough to... I'm just trying to get the numbers so it just covers that, I think. So 0.2, 0.1, that seems fine. Let's go, if I'm being a bit picky, I can go 1.1. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, so we've given it the box slider. Ideally, it should just say hey when we click on it. Yeah, oh, yo, sorry. Yeah, so this is all good. Okay, right. Now... it's like the next part is setting it up with a construct. So what we should really do is, let's go to this definition here. We should have public void set values for construct, and we're going to have probably another private master script dot construct type yeah, I think that's fine. And so here all we really need is a master script dot construct type, and then we also do want a sprite as well. Construct sprite. This is one thing that I quite often do, is like quite often I'll make a function and then worry about how we're going to get all these values in here later, but then just be like, once we've got these values, it's going to work. So we can use quite a lot of this stuff, but not all of it. So item cost, at the moment, it's always going to be 150. This is going to be... construct here, and the item sprite is going to be construct sprite. Okay. And let's go... I want this public. So we can know what it is, and let's go make this one public as well. Okay. Right. So now we just want to compensate for setting all the values here. So where are we? Over here. So case 3. There's a few more things we've got to do. So we want to get a random construct, get the sprite that goes with it. Actually, no, that's all we need to do. So I thought I was as I was typing out, I was thinking, oh, there's not actually that many things to do. The only problem is getting hold of the sprite might be a little bit taxing. But let's have a look. Let's see if there's an easy way of us getting hold of the sprite. So I think if we just scripts, so what I'm going to do, again, this is one of those times where there might be an easier way. I know I've got some sort of script somewhere, and I can't remember what it is, that essentially manages all the constructs. It will be in the other scene. So I'm going to quickly swap scene, just trying to remind myself of what of where it is exactly. So Destiny map, construct master script, boom, done, easy. Yes, actually that yeah, thought that was going to take me a lot longer. Okay, so let's just, on this test master, let's go add the construct master script. Okay. And now let's edit this script as well. Oh yes, so we've actually done quite a lot. Okay, so it looks like we can just get the sprites from here. I also want to remember how I got a random construct, because I kind of want to use the same thing this time. I want to keep everything consistent, so oh, I've already done it. Pick random construct. Okay, oh, fantastic. Okay, right, brilliant. Okay, I've actually solved it, yeah. Let's see what's actually going on here. That's what I wanted to do, yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. And I've got a reminder this is clearly rubbish, but it's a start. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're back in business. So okay. So yeah, this should be fine. So what we need to do is get a random construct. So master script dot construct type equals construct master script dot instance dot get pick random construct. There we go. And then we just need to go pick a sprite that goes with it, which we can do anyway. Individual shop items script dot set values for construct. Let's go. This will be construct type here. And here it's going to be construct master script dot instance dot get construct sprite. Okay, right, yeah, we can get rid of all this now. Just want to kind of clean this up a little bit. Right, so now we can move this up to 4. So so the chances are, odds are, you're going to get one construct, but maybe not. So let's we'll have to. There's a chance it might not work first time because it simply doesn't. We don't roll a 3, but I think that, yeah, let's give this a try. Oh, yes. Oh, brilliant. Okay, fantastic. And incidentally, that's quite a good size as well. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Right. So, yeah, this is roughly what I'm looking the shop to look like. This is what roughly what I want the shop to look like. So now, trying to work out where we go from here. Because, yeah, trying to get all of these to individually work is going to be a bit of a project in and of itself. I also want to make it so that you can hover over these cards, but I'm not 100% sure the easiest way to... Yeah, I want you to be able to hover over this, and then a bit of text saying, like, trash card, upgrade card, and whatever. Right, I tell you what I'm thinking. Like we're well on our way. I think I'm quite happy with the progress that we've made so far, but I might have to call it here just purely because I realise it's like the next step is going to be a little bit complicated. It's like re-rolling. Re-rolling is going to be kind of okay, but getting all of these to actually do the thing that I want them to do might take a little while. So I'll probably end the stream here. Oh yeah, of course. But yeah, thank you very much for sticking around. I think probably next episode will be Let's Make a Shot Part 2. I'm sorry I couldn't get it all done in one episode. That's the worst name for a sequel ever. Anyway, anyway, keep it rocking, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, thanks for sticking around.